Дорогие друзья, мы продолжаем включение с 16-го педагогического марафона учебных предметов. Сегодня у нас день учителя английского языка. И из нашей импровизированной студии в Московском педагогическом государственном университете я хочу вам представить одного из ведущих сегодня одного мастер-класса, Гэри Крауткрамер.
That's right.
Correct?
Yes.
И тема сегодняшней встречи была English Teacher, English First, Cambridge English Language Assessment Teacher Trainer. Я все подряд сказал. Да? Наши слушатели извинят за мой английский язык, но мы попробуем говорить по-английски и какие-то вещи понять, что сегодня происходило на уроке. Just tell a little bit what exactly you were talking today with teachers here on the marathon.
Okay, yeah, sure, of course. So I'm an English teacher at English First, and today I was addressing the topic of reading skills, specifically for exam preparation. A lot of our students have some difficulties with taking the exams and having good scores on the reading sections, and to be honest, the reading is one of the most important things that people need to learn how to do in another language, especially English.
You mean for exam or for life? Yes?
Both for exams and for life. So exams open doors, but for life, especially if these students are going to be future scientists, future diplomats, be familiar with the outside world beyond the borders of, for example, Russia.
But usually it was a problem that our students read pretty well, but they do not have skills to speak easily.
Okay, and so it's absolutely true. We are moving more in the direction of what's called the communicative method, and it's essentially that students are going to be speaking a lot more in class, so you want to increase that time that students are spending talking to each other. However, speaking is not necessarily the skill that is looked for necessarily in future careers like in the sciences, for example. The most important thing in engineering or in science is being able to read a lot of the academic articles and whatnot that the scientific community is producing in English.
This is the other thing is the language of each science or each direction of science very different from each other. Yes, if you in chemistry, it's one story. If you in automobile production, it's completely another story. And I saw this like in foreign countries, like in Germany, they teach English language too, but very specific in the area which some person choose, because so many terminology that, and it's so separate, no connection between each other, that in bookstores I saw this special handbooks.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. So there is actually, in fact, a connection. I mean, there's this basic level of English that people do need to have in order to understand this sort of stuff. Usually, a lot of these companies, they will train their employees in the kind of technical language that's required, and students do become familiar with it through the course of their university studies as well, and through the course of reading these kinds of articles that they need to read. But you really do need to have some basic foundational level of understanding of the English language in order to actually get to that level, including grammar and vocabulary.
Gary, it's absolutely clear and sure for us that it's a good chance for students to meet you as a native English speaker. For how long you'll be in Russia, or when did you come here?
Well, I came here about 4 months ago, and it's been a very interesting experience. I'm starting to learn the Russian language. It's a very beautiful language.
Yes.
I plan to stay for at least a year, but hopefully many years.
So you're fond of Moscow, Russia? Yes.
Moscow is very interesting. I like it. It's got a very interesting mix of historical and modern architecture and
Where did you
things
come?
like.
Where did you come from? Where you live?
Yeah, I'm originally from the United States,
Yes.
and specifically a state called Wisconsin. It's in the Midwest. That is to say, it's in the north, kind of in the middle of the United States, kind of. It borders on Canada.
Okay, so you familiar with snow?
Yeah,
with ice?
familiar with snow.
Yeah, it's
very
it's,
similar
it's
climate.
very similar,
yeah.
same climate. Yes, but if you will be from Texas, your English will be a little bit more difficult for us. But you speak very clear.
Yeah, that's because the Midwestern accent, it tends to be the kind of accent that you hear in the news media.
Oh, okay. So we're exactly in the right spot with you.
Yeah.
So thank you so much. Good luck, and thank you for helping us and with this conference, and for our students to learn and to be open for the whole world.
Oh,
Thank
right.
you.
Of course.
Thank
Thanks
you.
for having me.
Thank you. Good luck. 1 second.